Alright, I saw this tweet from AOC and I wanted to say something about it. So AOC says that the US elected us. And when she says us, I'm assuming she means her core little group of buddies in the House that describe themselves as socialist or uber progressives. Now, I think it's a bit disingenuous to say that the US elected you. AOC, for example, received about 16,000 votes to win her election. Ilhan Omar got about 267,000 votes, a bit more impressive. But the point here is that the US didn't elect you. A very small percentage of the voter base in a relatively small geographic area, given the size of the United States, actually voted for you and elected you. Most people, even Democrats, don't like what you have to offer. Many Democrats are business Democrats or blue-collar workers that are pro-union. But a good chunk of the Democratic Party is not this extreme progressive ultra-social justice, give free healthcare to undocumented immigrants type of person. You can see it in their very own ranks with the infighting between Pelosi and AOC. They're at each other's throats and it's fantastic to watch. But to even attempt to act as if there is some sort of solidarity within the Democratic Party is laughable. Even the founder of BET, Robert Johnson, has said that the Democratic Party has moved too far to the left and that it doesn't resonate with the American people. Well, I think he's right on the money with that one. But moving on, of course, AOC has to mention that they view healthcare as a right, which of course is a bastardization of what rights mean. Nothing that mandates the labor of another person can be considered a right. A right stems only from what others cannot take away from you, not from what others must give to you. It becomes incoherent. If a certain medication, for example, cannot be produced at the moment for whatever reason, let's say a manufacturing facility is contaminated or blows up or whatever, but the medication can't be produced, how then do you still have a right to it? Even if we all agree you have a right to it, you still can't get it because it requires action and labor of other people for it to even be an option. The same is not true for actual rights. Your right to free expression, freedom of speech, freedom to worship how you want, these require nothing from anyone around you, with the exception that they are required to not infringe or interfere with your right to engage in that expression, speech, or worship, etc. It's very, very simple to understand. Here's another example. There are plenty of situations that people have found themselves in that having a gun is far more useful and far more likely to be life-saving than having a doctor or a good health insurance plan. If you hear someone breaking into your house in the middle of the night, would you rather have your doctor be by your side or would you rather have a gun to defend yourself? I would think most reasonable people would choose the gun. Now, does that mean that you have a right to a gun? Does that mean everyone around you must chip in to ensure that you can arm yourself? Of course not. Those around you must simply not interfere with your right to own a weapon. So considering there have been a very large number of cases in which people have used guns in self-defense, and during those incidences, the gun is far more useful than a doctor would be, would it make any sense to say that people have the right to force everyone around them to make sure they get a gun for free? I would say no. But if AOC wants to be consistent on this, she should be advocating for everyone to have the, quote, right to a free gun. But of course, that would be a when pigs fly scenario. But anyway, that's all for now. Please share this video since YouTube won't help me out in that regard, and you take it easy.